These are the prerequisites you need before you start your training. You must have a minimum of 5 GCSEs and be able to speak fluent English. You have to commit 100% of your time, which means either allocating yourself to a new location or be willing to commute every day. You will be needing an iPad, preferably the new generation one, as it's going to help you tremendously with your studies, a scientific calculator, stationery, a basic understanding of the aviation world, and most importantly, funding. The aviation industry is a very expensive industry. Even to step foot in it, it will cost you a lot, so be prepared to be in debt. I highly recommend you guys come up to scratch with both maths and physics, as these are the fundamental subjects you're going to need in your aviation theory ground school, and it will help you tremendously with getting through the subjects. I'm not saying have a PhD in maths or physics. I just want you guys to have a basic understanding of maths and physics so it can help you throughout your course. So first thing first, find a school that's best suited for you. In my case, currently I am studying at L3 Harris because there are loads of factors you have to take into consideration, such as the pricing, location, and the duration of the course. These are some factors you must consider before you pick the right school for you. So in my scenario, I've picked a school where I will be doing my flights in America. You must pick a school that allows you to do your training at that specific location, because if you're not allowed to go there due to your circumstances, then what's the point? So there are two route ways you can go down of. One, the modular way, and two, the integrated way. They both have their pros and cons. The modular way is much cheaper, however it takes much longer. To be honest, you can do it in about roughly the same time, you just have to put in a lot more work. With the integrated, it's much more compact and lets you get to your job quicker, however it costs a lot more. Once you've selected the right school and your application is successful, your school will schedule a meeting with you, which will most likely do one of the two things, if not both. One, an aptitude test, which we'll go further into down the video, and two, an interview. The interview just consists of simple questions and you just have to answer them. It's no different to any other interview you've been to. They will ask you generic interview questions and you're expected to reply in an educated and academic manner. So why do you want to be a pilot? This is most likely going to be asked from you. It is the most generic question they always tend to like to ask. So how do you reply to that, you might say? Respond with an answer which is personal, related to your family, experiences and interests. Don't search on Google to find best answers, because the interviewer has heard those many times. You want to stand out, so make it personal to yourself and talk about your experiences. So ask yourself this: why do you really want to be a pilot? For me personally, it was a no-brainer.
I like money.
Jokes aside, who doesn't want to travel and get paid for it? Another question they tend to like to ask: why are you a good candidate? Again, link this back to your own attributes and hobbies. You have to stand out, so even if it means bigging yourself up, do as much as you can. Explain to the interviewer why you deserve it more than everyone else, because if you don't tell them, how are they supposed to guess? Explain how you've showed leadership skills in your past. What qualities do you have that make you a good pilot? What qualities make you a good pilot? And what qualities do you have that make you a good pilot? What interests and hobbies do you have? Now, as I previously said, let's get back to the aptitude test. To simply put it in perspective, the aptitude test is nothing scary. It's just like an IQ test, matching the shapes, colors and guessing the next sequence pattern. To be fair, it's almost like a game also, because in certain points you have to fly like a ball through rectangle boxes and just avoid hitting other things. This will test your skills on problem solving, thinking outside the box, and memory. In the description below, I have linked my favorite website to practice for these aptitude tests if you want to, so make sure to check them out. To be honest, I just recommend using the free version, but if you want to go more in depth, you may pay for it. The questions on these aptitude tests are not particularly hard, however, because you're time restricted, they may seem difficult, especially while you're multitasking. All I can say on this part is just use the link below to familiarize yourself with it. However, don't overestimate it. It's not as bad as you think. Ultimately, after passing these stages, you have stepped foot into the aviation world. Now you may begin your ground school journey. This is where the real journey begins to becoming a pilot. Just a heads up, the ground school is the hardest part of your training. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to show your support by liking and sharing the video, and subscribe for more content like this. See you guys next time.